Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the War for Cybertron Kingdom Core Class Soundwave. Thank you for watching this video, or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. If not, they're available for free on my channel. Wink, wink. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, and don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And as we always do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's start with a look at the packaging. Nice Kingdom artwork showing Soundwave ejecting a cassette, most likely Laserbeak. He is WFCK21, so 21 in the Kingdom line. Takaratomi, Transformer Generation, Transformers, Soundwave, and then there it is in Cybertronian. And then you can see on the cards a nice blister containing the figure Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy 8 and up, Hasbro. A barcode and recycled stuff on the bottom. Nothing on the top or the sides other than windows to see, and well, there's, you know, Authentic and War for Cybertron and Core Class. And then on the back, nice product shots of Soundwave in both modes. 8 steps to transforming. Warning! Attention! Achtung! Don't stick things in any of your language pie holes that don't belong there. Small print, fine print, legalese print. And symbols I'm not going to learn. Made in China print. No, made in Vietnam print. Because it's a Transformer. Hasbro print. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. And now let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And to start off with, let's take a look at the instruction manual, which is taller than he is. So very nice artwork, illustration of it. And again, I love the colors on these Kingdom instructions. And I hope they continue them, but I'm willing to bet they don't. Of course, he comes with his shoulder cannon. And it's hollow on the bottom. And his, I used to call it a spear gun. So nice looking on those, especially for the size. And then here we have one side of the cassette that does not transform, it's just a cassette. And then here is the other side with the red parts on it. I'm going to say this looks like Laserbeak. And now let's take a look at the figure himself. You know, pretty good detail for such a small figure. Nice head sculpt. Just nice sculpt all around. Decepticon Tempo. And this guy has a pretty good bit of paint apps right here in the chest area and on the arms and face. Which means, of course, he's lacking in the back. But that's fine too. And then let's see how his accessories work for him. The eject button does not work. There's no mechanical parts in this thing. Just a hinge. And you take the tape and lay the tape in there and close the chest up, and that's how that works. And you see a little hole right here and the peg on the shoulder cannon. Supposed to easily just peg in there, but I'm having a little difficulty. There we go. And then a peg and the hole in his hand, of course. And that's how the accessories work. As far as articulation goes, he can look back, but that's due to transformation. Can't really look forward. Take that back off. He can do the full Exorcist. He does have a 300. Well, it's pretty tight there. It's a ball joint up in there, but it will do full 360 degrees around. And it does have a little bit of back and forth butterfly action, but it's due really to transformation. Ball joint here at the elbow gives you about 90 degrees, but you do get some swivel with that, about 360 degrees worth. And of course nothing at the wrist except, you know, a little bit of up and down there, but again due to transformation. At the waist, nothing. For the legs, he can kick forward about that far and kick back about the same, about 90 degrees back at the knee, and you know, pretty good front at the knee, but again that's due to transformation. At the ankle, it will twist 360 degrees. It will tilt back due to transformation, and you can see it's like a ball on a peg right there for that. Let's get that back in place. All right. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A look at core class Soundwave in his robot mode. And now, my friends, it's time for robot mode comparisons. And because this guy is so small, we'll just go. This is MicroMaster class Laserbeak that come with the Netflix Earthrise Soundwave. So there's how he scales up with a MicroMaster class. And just because he goes with the set, there's Ravage. They actually don't scale too bad together. And because he's core class, here's another core class. Dracodon from Kingdom also. And because it's Soundwave, here's how he squares up with the Netflix Earthrise Soundwave. And that, my friends, does it for robot mode comparisons. And now, ladies and gentlemen, comes the comedy portion of our show where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And I haven't even looked at the directions other than when I showed them to you in this review. So let's take those off, see if I can figure this out. I'm pretty sure you spin the head around backwards and fold it down into that cavity there and fold the hands backwards. And there's a slot there, and there's a tab right there on his butt. And just put the shoulders back and try to line them up best you can. Again, god dang, that thing is tight. Alright, then you just kind of plug that into place. And let's see if we can't get the same thing done on this side. And again, slot and tab. that seems to be in position. And I thought these go on the outside, but they don't. They go on the inside. There's a tab right here and a slot right here. Just bend it 90 degrees at the knee and then put that tab in the slot. And then we'll do the same thing here on the other side. And then I would be happy with it that way, but I believe the official is to flip the feet in. And it does fill that gap, but it looks sticking up there. It looks a little odd to me. And storage for weapons. It's a hole. It's a peg. And same on this side. So there we go. Core class Soundwave all up in his tape recorder form. Awesome. And now let's take a look at Soundwave in his alt mode. Let's get that last light turned on. And you know, it looks pretty good in tape deck mode. Except for, you know, these two pieces, I wish they could have found a way to make the battery compartment like the original. And, you know, these parts, it bothers me a little bit that they stick up. But, I mean, other than that, it would have been like this. So they'd have really stuck up. So, a little bit of toe articulation to bend over, that would have been great. And then it would have kind of looked like some buttons or something on there. Unfortunately, again, the button doesn't work. You have to manually open it, remove the tape, and put it back in. None of the buttons mash, and that's okay. I mean, it's a little messy there on the top and a little messy there on the back and kind of messy there on the bottom. But then again, it is core class. So, you know, you're not going to have masterpiece looking figure for $10. So, you know, not bad overall. It scales okay with the robot stuff. You know, you can kind of fudge it in your display a little bit and say, oh, look, there he is over there spying on stuff. But, you know, we got some paint apps, you know, the stripes here around the cassette port. Is that the right word? I don't know. And then, you know, this piece, and then the tampo from the Decepticon symbols. He's silver, and then silver for the buttons and these little stripes here. And then, oh, look at that. I didn't notice that before. Little volume knob. It doesn't move or anything, but there it is. That's a great throwback to the original figure. Well, that does it for a look at Soundwave's alt mode. Ta-da! And now it's time for alt mode comparisons. And to do that, we'll just start out by removing the cassette from him. And we'll just kind of set it up like that. And first of all, here is Micro Master Class Laserbeak from the Netflix Earthrise Soundwave set. And here's how it compares up with the Micromaster class Ravage from the same set. And here's how it scales up with Core class, same class, Dracodon from Kingdom, both from the same line. And here is how it stacks up against the Netflix Earthrise Soundwave. So this guy could almost fit in here. Soundwave, eject Soundwave. That would be awesome, huh? Eject mini-me. There it is, my friends. That completes our comparisons. For final thoughts on the Kingdom Core Class Soundwave, I mean, it's a neat little bot. And, you know, I mean, they put some thought into it, I think. Especially with the tape. It would have been nice if it had come with a little Super Micromaster laser beak, but it would have been so small and frail that it would have broke in 2 seconds. More than likely. But, you know, I'll like this for what it is. I mean, yeah, the toes sticking up are kind of odd looking. And when you look at the back of it, you know, but it's really not any worse than G1. You know, if they'd have made these the batteries and a compartment for it, that would have been cool. But, you know, for what it is, it's a neat little thing. And, you know, like most core class, it's fairly easy to transform back and forth. And again, the toes kind of, you know, it kind of sets me off a little bit, but, you know. And, you know, they could have put some flaps here, I guess, to facilitate some articulation, but instead we got this. Which one is more important? I don't know. I think it's cooler that we got the ejecting tape, I suppose. But that, my friends, completes the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Getting to mess around with a neat little bot. That's always cool. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each and every view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting the channel through viewing. I guess I could center that up a little better. Maybe. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or to help the channel out further, or both. That's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.